make sure you like, dislike. Make sure you leave them comments. Don't be a hater. If you feeling my videos, hit the subscribe button. Alright, let's talk about some real shit in this video. You know, excuse your boy Love when I hate when I've been off for a couple of days, kind of been sick a little bit, and I've been having a lazy eye. You know, I hate when I got the lazy eye shit. Motherfucker, whenever you even try to talk to a bitch, you know they looking at that eye. Got you looking like you got beat up, socked in the face. Got Love one looking like he just got straight beat up in this bitch, right? But it's bullshit, y'all. That's a motherfucking lazy eye right there, y'all. Shit, it's irritating me because you can tell when you're gonna get a lazy eye when you start rubbing your eye the day before. You're like this. Do you know you're gonna wake up with a lazy eye? So, it's all good. The lazy eye ain't gonna stop me from dropping that heat, as you guys already know. And let's get on with the show. Cause I know you guys are like Loved One. We feel bad for you, but fuck your lazy eye, motherfucker. We come to your page to talk boxing. And I come to you guys to talk boxing. So let's talk about it. You know, let me tell you guys this. The main reason I think the Danny Jacobs versus Jamaal Charlo, Jamaal Charlo, I think that fight is going to happen next. Let me tell you why. Number one, nobody wants to fight Jamaal Charlo in the middleweight division. But the only person that has been calling him out, not only calling him out, but the only person that he even mentioned, period, to fight fucking Charlo is Danny Jacobs. Just think about it. You ever heard Lemieux call him out? Which is understandable because Lemieux has a fight. You haven't heard Triple G, he's not gonna fight Jamaal Charlo. I was listening to an interview with Abel Sanchez and he said it. He said that Jamaal Charlo, he has to build his profile a little more. Even though he's number one to fight Triple G, he wants him to fight a David Lemieux, or Daniel Jacobs, just to kind of make the fight more intriguing to the viewers. Which I understand what Abel Sanchez was saying, but you still gotta fight Charlo now. Come on now. So that's out, you guys. Get that out your head. Who's next? Who's next? If we're lucky, oh nah, because everything Lara is gonna stay at 154. So who else? Who else will fight Charlo other than a motherfucking Danny Jacobs? Don't worry, I'll wait. Who's gonna step up to that plate and fight Jamaal Charlo? It's Danny fucking Jacobs, yo. That's the only person that's gonna fight Jamaal Charlo anytime soon. Now, I think Jamaal Charlo versus Danny Jacobs is a good fight. But I really think you guys are overrating the living dog shit out of Charlo when it comes down to the Danny Jacobs fight. Only reason, a lot of you motherfuckers don't know boxing like that, and a lot of you motherfuckers don't even know who you really think is gonna win. You're just leaning towards Charlo. Why? Because he's undefeated and Jacobs been stopped before. That's the only reason you're leaning towards Charlo. The same shit with Triple G is different because Triple G at least proved itself at the middleweight division. I don't feel that Charlo has proved itself. Now, it's not his fault. It's not his fault because he's calling all of these guys out. He has some good wins at 160, but he hasn't beat none of the best, you know? Talk about the Danny Jacobs, the Canelo. They all don't want it now. Triple G, not saying they don't want it, but they would rather prefer not easier fights, but more fights that's more intriguing to the viewers. But you guys, I'm gonna really detect and dissect this fight, y'all, because I know who gonna win this fight. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know who I think is gonna win the fight as well. Another thing is too, why this fight makes so much sense. Both these guys coming off of W's. You know, they're both willing to fight each other. They both want to be the king at 160. To be the king, you have to take out the alleged king. And the alleged king right now is, well, not the king, but the #1 mandatory. The person to beat right now is Triple G, of course. But if it's second or third place, it's Jamaal Charlo. Now, you guys, I'm gonna really break this fight down. But before I really break this shit down, you already motherfucking know. love weed. So let's keep this train rolling. Cause I got some shit to say to the people. Now, hold up, y'all. Who's the fastest fighter out of the two? You know, that's a good question because Jamaal Charlo is fast as fuck. Danny Jacobs is fast as fuck. I think this one is a little hard to determine. Charlo, I think Jacobs don't have like stupid speed. It's not extra smart, but it's like Jacobs has some what would you say is between the middle of smart and stupid? He has common sense speed, okay? Common sense. Alright, let's just put it like that. So Danny Jacobs got common sense when it comes down to speed. His speed is solid, yo. Danny Jacobs will hit you with 7 to 8 combinations, fast, and they be hard. What's his name? Jamaal Charlo, on the other hand, he's fast as hell too. Boy, these bars are fast. But if you're gonna really ask me to lean towards one, I will say this one's probably a bit even, but I would probably lean towards Jacobs because Jacobs shows me the more combinations. Even though Charlo throws combinations as well, I think Jacobs probably might be, like an inch, not even a fucking inch faster. But I will probably lean towards Jacobs, if not a draw. Who has a better foot speed? Jacobs got some good foot speed, yo. Charlo hasn't really shown me the foot speed like that because Charlo, I seen the foot speed a lot when it came down to Danny Jacobs versus Triple G. Triple G couldn't really cut off the ring on Danny Jacobs. You know why? Because of Danny Jacobs' foot speed. So with that being said, when it comes to foot speed, I'm going to roll with Danny Jacobs. Not saying Jamaal, I'm not mad at you if you got Charlo, but I'm rolling barely with Jacobs on that one. That being said, let's keep this motherfucking train rolling. Who has the more heart? This one is kind of hard to answer. Well, to me, it's not hard to answer. But what I will say, I have to give it to Danny Jacobs by default. Damn, Danny Jacobs is winning so far. I have to give this one to Danny Jacobs by default, you guys. The reason I say I give this one to Danny Jacobs by default is because we ain't never seen Jamaal Charlo in the fight. Jamaal Charlo. Well, we seen Jamaal more, but Jamaal, we never seen Jamaal in that fight where he really had to prove his heart, you know, because he's been really getting his way in these fights. I think Jamaal Charlo had one fight where he had to show some adversity in. I mean, you could say the fight with Austin Trout as well. But I'm leaning towards Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs showed this in several fights. Even when Danny Jacobs got stopped by Pyro. When he got stopped by Pyro, you guys, it wasn't even like, it was a stoppage. Don't get it twisted, because Danny Jacobs, dumbass, when he got knocked down, he went down for about, instead of him getting right up right away, this motherfucker stood on the ground and stared at the referee. And then once the referee got to 5, he tried to get up. And he was like, I'm good, I'm good. See, the reason you got stopped in that fight, Danny Jacobs, was because you don't wait till 5 to get up. You get up right away. You have to get up. You have to get up right. If you just stay down for like 7 seconds, even though it's not the full 10, even though it's 6 seconds, the referee's gonna call it off. You gotta get up right away. So, even in that, and Dimitri Pyro hit hard as fuck. I remember, listen, you guys, I really know boxing, so let me tell you this. Dimitri Pyro is a beast. Dimitri Pyro can box. Dimitri Pyro can punch. Not only that, I remember when I was coming up. You remember when Sergio Martinez was on his tear, was on his reign? I'm talking about right after he beat Julio Cesar Chavez. I don't know if y'all remember, but that Sergio Martinez, nobody really wanted a part of that Sergio right there. So I remember everybody was telling me that he's ducking Dimitri Pyro. You know, I'm like, man, he ain't ducking on Dimitri Pyro until I started to watch Dimitri fight. Dimitri Pyro is a good fighter with a lot of punching power. Dimitri Pyro, I wish he wasn't injured. Dimitri Pyro would give any of these 160 pounders problems, yo. So do not try to shit on Danny Jacobs by using that bullshit ass loss. Well, it wasn't bullshit. Of course, it was good to Dimitri. But don't try to listen. Dimitri, I think, me personally, this might just be just me, but I think Dimitri Pyro would have beat Triple G. Dimitri Pyro was a beast. He was a beast. I'm telling you, he was like second to none when it came down to his weight. Awkward style, but this video is not about Dimitri Pyro. I just feel like that's the only reason a lot of people's favorite Charlo, because Jacobs got knocked out by Pyro. Jacobs was young. He was fighting cancer at that time. No, all type of shit was going through Jacobs' head. Jacobs wasn't even all the way there in that fight. With that being said, let's keep this motherfucking trade rolling. So I'm giving the heart to Jacobs, yo. Jacobs showed heart against Triple G. He went down, got back up. You know, won rounds, arguably won the fight. He showed Jacobs against Sergio Mora in the first fight. Got dropped down, got back up off the canvas and stopped him. Said it was too early, whatever. He stopped him. Came back in the rematch and stopped him. Okay? Now, let's keep this motherfucking train rolling, y'all. We got heart out the way. We got foot speed. We got hand speed. Who's the better boxer? In my humble opinion, I'm gonna go ahead and say I want to lean towards Charlo on that one, because even though Jacob showed that he can box, I always say this, and I will continue to state this, you guys. I see, before Jacobs fought Triple G, I used to say Danny Jacobs cannot fucking box, but he showed me some boxing ability against Triple G. That's how you know Danny Jacobs, to me. I think he's a person who started to learn his boxing ability late, or he never showed it. Think about it. When I used to watch Danny Jacobs fight, I'm talking about even against Mora, against Peter Quillen, he always depended on his power. Against Celeste, he always depended on his power. You never see him just outbox a person, really. It's mainly fast hands, athleticism, which he does have, and power punching ability. Think about it. He showed us he can box in the Triple G fight. Then that's when we said, okay, he can box because he went 12 rounds with Triple G, and he was winning rounds against Triple G. So, not only does he know how to box, he knows how to survive too. So with that being said, I will still say that Jamaal Charlo is a better boxer in my opinion. I'm not going to say it's a landslide, but I'm going to lead with Jamaal Charlo, because Jamaal Charlo showed me he can box in fights. You guys, Danny Jacobs only went to distance a handful of times. Danny Jacobs is not a guy that goes to distance unless you got a chin or super survival skills. Like Luis Arias, he got some of the best survival skills I've seen. Fucking holding all damn night and shit. But I give that one to Charlo, yo. Even though Jacobs has improved on his boxing, I always said, you guys, Jacobs depends on athleticism and power. Okay? Even now, he does. Shit. Not saying he can't box, though, but I'm rolling with Charlo. That being said, let's keep this motherfucking train rolling. You know, who has the better conditioning out of the both fighters? Me personally, shit, it's a good one. Danny Jacobs has some very good conditioning, yo. Danny Jacobs does not look spent in the 12th round. He showed you that with Arias. He showed you that with, what's homeboy name? Triple G. He wasn't spent against Triple G. In fact, it looked like Triple G was the one kind of like run out of gas in that fight. Which shocked me, because Triple G has good conditioning. And still does. It just looked like, that just showed you that Danny Jacobs was either making them work, body punching could be as well. And Danny Jacobs has good conditioning. So Danny Jacobs has good conditioning. That's a good thing for being a power puncher. Because most power punchers, it's very rare for power punchers to just have super energy in the 12th round. That being said, let's keep this motherfucking train rolling. I think that one goes to Jacobs. Charlo has good conditioning. Well, I will say this, either. But I feel like the reason why Jacobs might get an edge in some of these attributes comparisons is because Danny Jacobs have proved it against better fighters. With that being said, I'm rolling with Danny Jacobs or a draw on that one. Because Jamaal Charlo does has a good defense. We not finna shit on Charlo when it comes down to not his defense. He does have good conditioning. We ain't finna shit on Charlo. But with that being said, let's keep this motherfucking train rolling. Who has the bigger punch? Now, this is a good one. Yo, Danny Jacobs could punch. Peter Quillen has face punchers. Nobody else was able to get him out in the first round. He even, in Triple G, faced a lot of punches in sparring, too. That's another thing you guys don't know. Triple G gets to the, Peter Quillen gets to the end of sparring. Being the first person to stop Sergio Mora. I'm giving the power edge barely to Jacobs. Because Charlo can seriously crack. But Jacobs being a little bigger than Charlo, that's another reason I'm favoring Jacob. Plus, Jacobs, he stops people that ain't never been stopped before. Sergio Mora faced punchers, y'all, and gave him problems. Haven't been stopped. Who stopped him? The first person to stop him, Danny Jacobs. First person to stop Peter Quillen, Danny Jacobs. Who else we got? I know we got some more people out there. Danny Jacobs has a cold resume, yo. The only person that was willing to step in the ring with Dimitri. A lot of people dug at Dimitri. Jamaal Charlo, on the other hand, Jamaal Charlo has some serious punching power, but I haven't seen that. I think Danny Jacobs could stop Austin Trout. Austin Trout was able to go the distance with Jamaal Charlo. You hear me? But they both got serious power, but I am leaning towards Danny motherfucking Jacobs. Now, who's the over? Oh yeah, this is what I forgot to say. Oh, how could I possibly leave this out? Who has the better chin, yo? Listen, you guys. Even though I have to say Jamaal Charlo, just because Danny Jacobs been stopped before, it's still fucking barely. It's still barely. Here's why. Fucking Danny Jacobs has been showing his chin. I think he has redeemed, he has rejuvenated his chin. I don't even know if that's possible, but to me he has. Against Triple G, you know, if you don't have a chin, Triple G will really exploit that. Against Arias has a punch. Who else? It happens. I mean, at the end of the day. So on that one, I'm rolling with Jamaal Charlo. Jamaal Charlo been there with Haley. You know, even there were a few punchers, but not like Danny Jacobs though. So that's why I'm barely giving it to Jamaal Charlo. You dig? But I have to give it to Jamaal, being that he don't have a stoppage on his resume. But with that being said, who's the overall better fighter? This one is kind of hard to answer to me. Let me just say this. As of right now, you kind of have to say Jacobs because I would definitely say this without a shadow of a doubt. Danny Jacobs is the more proven, and he's proven his skill against good competition. I want to say great, but very good competition. So, who's the better fighter is a debate. But who's more proven? Jacobs, yo. With that being said, my prediction for this fight is this. I'm rolling with Danny Jacobs by maybe stoppage or unanimous decision. I don't give a fuck what none of you guys say. And at first, I was kind of hesitant in picking this. But being that Danny Jacobs is officially with Eddie Hearn now, you guys do not have to worry about Danny Jacobs getting stopped. I mean, you guys do not have to worry about Danny Jacobs getting robbed on the scorecards. That's for damn sure. If the fight is close, it might just lean towards Danny. Another thing is this. Jamaal Charlo ain't faced nobody like Danny Jacobs. Who has he faced like Danny Jacobs? Fast like Danny Jacobs. Not only fast like Danny Jacobs, could pop a jab, goes to the body, and a puncher power like Danny Jacobs. Not only that, Danny Jacobs will be the biggest fighter that he has fought thus far. Not only financially wise, but size wise. You guys, listen. Danny Jacobs is more proven than Jamaal Charlo. I got Danny Jacobs by maybe split decision or fucking a late round stoppage. I got Danny Jacobs this one. Alright, so I'm going.